Kuno ku Malawi University of Science and Technology MUST ambiri amangoti ku MUST kundata mboma la Tcholo kuno kuli graduation mwambo opereka ma certificate ma diploma komanso ma degree kwa ophunzira amene atsiriza maphunziro awo kuno ku MUST. Mtsogoleri wa dziko lino mtsogoleri wa dziko lino Dr. Lazarus Makafe Chakwera ndi amene atsogolere mwambo umenewu komanso anatsogolere mwambo akhazikitsidwa kaye kukhala chancellor wa university imene ya Malawi chifukwa malinga ndi malamulo amene anakhazikitsa MUST mtsogoleri wa dziko ndi amene amakhala chancellor ndipo chancelloryo ndi amene amakhala ndi udindo opereka ma certificate ma diploma angakhalenso ma degree. Mtsogoleri wa dziko lino Achakwera anatenga udindo chaka chatha ndipo ndikoyamba kuti iwowa yang'anire kapena atsogolere mwambo umenewu opereka ma certificate ma diploma komanso ma degrees kuno ku MUST. Nthawi ina iliyonse mtsogoleri wa dziko lino yakhala kufika pano ndipo zonse zikhala zikuyamba titero kuti pakadali pano onse amene akuyenera kuti alandire mapepala awo afika kale alowa muno komanso akuluakulu osiyanasiyana a university imeneyi afikanso kuno. Tinaona akulowa magulu awo osiyanasiyana kuphatikizapo Senate limene malinga ndi amene akutsogolera zochitika kuno ndi bungwe la anthu limene limapereka tsopano final kuti ayi inuyo mwakwanitsa mukhoza kulandira pepala limene alowa kale onsewa tikungodikira nthawi ina iliyonse kuti mtsogoleri wa dziko lino akhale akubwera. Mwambo umenewu titero kuti it's virtual komanso mwina tisati virtual kwenikweni chifukwa ena alimo muno mindanenera kale amene akuyembekezeka kulandira nawo mapepala amenewa komabe ndochepa chabe ambiri akutsatira zochitika kuno kudzera njira zosiyanasiyana kuphatikizapo Times TV, Times Radio angakhalenso pa internet chifukwa onse amene akuyembekezeka kulandira mapepala awo ndi alipo 364 komano amene ali mkati muno ali cham'ma 40 soneza kuti ayi amene ali muno ndochepa kwambiri poyerekeza ndi onse amene akulandira makalata awo pano. Anditero kuti amene ali muno makamaka ndi amene achita bwino koposa makamaka amene akhoza ndi ma distinction angakhale koma ma program ena amene mulibe munthu wa distinction anangotengabe munthu amene anali highest kuti ayi inube mukayimirira anzanu kumeneko koma ma masters aliponso muno alowa. Mwambo ngati umenewu graduation ya mtundu umenewu inachitikanso ku University of Malawi University imene inatha kuzomba posachedwa apa nakonso ngakhale kuti kunali ophunzira over 1000 amene anali mu holo anali chabe 64 ambiri adangotsatira zochitika za mwambo umenewu makamaka anangotsatira kugwiritsanso ntchito njira zosiyanasiyana ngati zimene tili nazo pano. Ndiye ndibarikitero kuti tilipo ochuluka makamaka anthu amene alowa muno timatero kuti ndi amene achita bwino koposa. Pali mayi apa amayi zina lijati matendani
Rose Chipiriro Kaleke.
Rose Chipiriro Kaleke inu machita maphunziro ake ati kwenikweni?
Master of Science in Entrepreneurship.
Master of Science in Entrepreneurship. Ikumveka yovuta atu program?
Yofunikadi kulimba nazo kuti ukhonze.
Ndiye zaenda bwanji mwene?
Zaenda bwino kwambiri ndipo ndingothokoza Mulungu chifukwa cha chikondi chake kuti ndafika mpaka siku la lero kuti ndikuchita graduate.
Kodi program imeneyi kwenikweni maphunzira zotani?
Program imeneyi timaphunzira za kukhuzana ndi business. Kuyambisa business kuti tiyambe business tingapange bwanji. Timayeneka kuyang'ana pamene pali opportunity. Osangoti poti anzanga apanga ya mandazi nanenso ndipange yomweyo.
Mandazi wakuyenda?
Akuyenda koma chifukwa chonena kuti anthu ambiri angopanga za mandazi iweyo mayeneka kuti uyang'ane china chake chimene anzako ena sakupanga makamaka chimene chikufunikira dera limenero ndiye kuti zako zikuyendera kwambiri.
Koma tosalephera zikhomo zinalipo mkatimu?
Zinalipodi makamaka ineyo nali wamkulu mklasi monsemo zaka zopitirira 60 kupikisana ndi ana ang'ono koma onse anali very cooperative kumandithandiza and klasi yathu inali yogwirizana kwambiri kufika nakuti ndakhonza chonchi.
Ndemati 60?
I'm over 60 years old.
Ngone ngati wa 40?
Ndithu zikomo kwambiri.
Zina lijaso?
Rose Chipiriro Kaleke.
oti tikhulupirire kuti ntchito za mabizinesi zipita patsogolo mukatuluka mu
Kwambiri ndipo zinayamba kale ntangoyamba maphunziro kunoko ndipo maphunzirowa osaphwekesa ayi ndi ajothandiza kwambiri.
osaphwekesa maphunziro
Ayi ndithu.
mawu anu mukutero lino mukupeza masters muli over 60 alipo anyamata ena amadzimva kuti ungofika mwina zaka 34 ali singalowe mkalasi.
Ayi ndithu atengere chisanzo cha ineyo ndipo ineyo ndafuna kuti azimayi ambiri aonere ineyo kuti even at 60 you can graduate with a masters.
ndathokoza kwambiri amayifa ya nthawi yani.
Zikomo kwambiri.
akutero kuti over 60 years komabe apeza degree yawo masters. Masters degree yo si masters degree wambaye ankhani za entrepreneurship ndi zina zotero akuti ayi at 60 years akhoza kupeza munthu degree yapamwambanso ngati imeneyo. So akuti azimayi achinyamata osaziphweketsa sukulu osayiphweketsa ndiyofunikira kwambiri sukulu ndipo ndi chinthu choti wina aliyense akuyenera kuti alandire. Timatero kuti amene ali muno ndi okhaokha amene achita bwino koposa makamaka ma undergraduates ameneyo amene mwina makamaka apeza ma first degrees awo ma diploma ma certificate ndi distinction. Koma ngati sa ameneyo ndiye kuti ndi amene apeza ma certificate awo ma degree awo ma certificates awo ndi distinction kapena kuti mwina amachita maphunziro a masters. Amene angoyankhula nawo posachedwa apa ameneyo amachita maphunziro a masters. Sinzo kuti ayi sukulu ino chikhazikitsireni tilere kuti graduation imene ndi yachiwiri ikuthandizira ndithu kupititsa patsogolo chitukuko cha dziko lino. Amatero mtsogoleri wa dziko lino Lazarus Makafe Chakwera anayankhula ku graduation imene ndimakamba posachedwa apa yakuzomba yomalizira ya University ya Malawi. Anatero kuti ayi maphunziro watu tikamapereka tisamangopereka maphunziro kuti anthu adziti aphunzira awa ayi tipereke maphunziro amene cholinga chake nkufuna kuthandiza kutukula dziko. Anatero kuti ayi pali maiko ena amene alibenso zinthu zimene ifeyo ngati dziko tili nazo. Alibe madzi ochuluka ngati ife, alibe ngakhale nthaka yokwanira ngati yathuyi, alibe mpweya wabwino ngati wathu, alibe mvula yabwino yodalirika ngati yathuyi kuno, koma amakwanitsa kumakhala moyo sangalala kumapeza china chilichonse chifukwa chani ali ndi sukulu zapamwamba, sukulu za ukachenjede. Ndi anatero kuti ayi kutayang'anani ku Israel, tayang'anani ku Egypt, tayang'anani ku North kapena South Korea, alibe zonsezo koma luso limene anthu awo anamapeza msukulu za ukachenjede kumeneko zimawathandiza kuti apeze njira zothanirana ndi mavuto awo. Ndi amatero kuti ayi kunonso ku Malawi zikhoza kuchitika zimenezo ndipo nkofunika kuti zichitike kuti program amene tikuwapanga akhale ogwirizana ndi masomphenya chitukuko cha dziko lino. Mukudziwa inu kuti masiku ano kuli Malawi 2063 imene ndi ndondomeko ya chitukuko, masomphenya a chitukuko cha Malawi kuti pofika 2063 tidzakhale tili pati. Ndi masomphenya amene muli nkhani zosiyanasiyana za ulimi zilipo, science and technology luso zimene la makono lilipo, nkhani za mabizinesi zilipo. Mfundo zonsezo kuti zikwaniritsidwe zikufunikira anthu ophunzira bwino. University nso zapamwamba kuphatikizapo imeneyi University ya Malawi University of Science and Technology. Mwina tipezenso ena apa tingowafunsa kuti kodi iwowa chisangalalo chawo nchotani avala kodi chimechi cha masters iso
Masters.
dzina lija timatindana ma
Beauty Chatama.
inu mapanga masters ya chani?
Entrepreneurship.
Master of Arts Entrepreneurship. Master of Science in Entrepreneurship. So ulendo wakhala otani?
Unali wovuta. Zambiri zovuta. Skulu kuvuta. But at the end of it all, lero tukusangala.
Sukulu imavuta?
Imavuta.
Komano chinakulimbisani mtima kuzoti ayi mwaendabe mpaka na mwavala chipewa.
Basi kulimbikira. Kudziwa chomwe ukufuna. Ukadziwa chomwe ukufuna ndi kulimbikira basi.
Mwakuti pochoka hapa masomphenya anu ndotani?
Anayamba kale. Tili student.
Muli student anayambika kale.
Tinayamba kale. Entrepreneurship ndi ku ma business. Ndi tinayamba kale.
Munayamba kale ma business. Pakuti ufato amapereka uthenga nthawi zonse kwa graduation. Nemo kachoka pano musakaembekezera kungolembedwa kokha mutha kuyamba kang'onong'ono panoka inu pokhala munthu amene mukuchita no entrepreneurship imeneyo maono ndota
mawanga ndokuti ndizoona kuti tisamadikirire kulembedwa ntchito tokha tikhoza kuyamba ntchito after knowledge yomwe talandira actually knowledge iyo ndiyo tigwiritse ntchito kuti tiyambe ifeyo so mabusiness athu tonse sitingalembedwe ntchito so we need to create employment ifeyo powalembanso ntchito mwina anthu ena
mukatero mulembanso ena
nalemba kale
munalemba kale akuterotu akuti degree yakupeza pano master of science entrepreneurship koma entrepreneurship iyo idayambika kale akuti tukamba pano alipo ena amene alembedwa ntchito chifukwa cha luso loyambitsa komanso kuyendetsa mabizinesi osiyanasiyana amayi amenewa nzosangalatsa kwambiri ndimatero kuti sizimakhala bwino kuti munthu kupita ku sukulu university ngati ino chifukwa ndi anthu ochepa kwambiri amene amakhala ndi mwayi opita ku university kuno ku Malawi tikatengera chiwerengero cha anthu amene amatsiriza amakhoza mayeso a form 4 ndi chiwerengero cha anthu amene amapita ma university osiyanasiyana ayi ndi chiwerengero chimakhala chochepa kwambiri ndi mpata wopezeka wapita ku university degree m'manja koma kenako nkumasowa nayo chochita zimakhala zinthu zokhumudwitsa koma iwo akuti sizili choncho chifukwa tikukamba pano zipatso za maphunziro amenewa zayamba kale kuoneka mtsogoleri wa dziko lino Lazarus Makafe Chakwera wafika mu kampasi inoyo ya Malawi University of Science and Technology MUST ndipo nthawi ina iliyonse akhale akulowa mchipinda muno mmene mukuchitikira mwambo umenewu mwambo wa graduation ndiye akafika muno ndimatero kuti akuyenera kuti ayendetse mwambo umenewu ngati chancellor komano uchancellor usanawapatse ayikaye ndipo pakali pano nditero kuti akafika kuno ayamba kaye awaveka uchancellor wa university imene University ya Malawi University of Science and Technology MUST ndipo akafika pano pakhala ndithu kuimba nyimbo ya fuko lathu national anthem ndipo akamaliza mwambo nyimbo imene ya Malawi national anthem MUST anthemunso ilire pano tikutero kuti MUST anthem imene ndi nyimbo imene anayimba specifically kuti ndi ya MUST ma university ambiri amakhala nawo ma anthem awo University of Malawi idali nayo awanso MUST ali nayo ndiye timatero kuti akafika mtsogoleri wa dziko muno kukhala kuimba nyimbo ija ya fuko lathu kenako nyimbo titero kuti ya fuko la MUST ilire pano ndipo kenaka ndi pamene amuveke kukhala chancellor wa dziko lino amufunsa kuti ayi tikufuna tikudzozeni a president mukhale chancellor wa Malawi University of Science and Technology ndipo tikuyembekezera kuti avomera ndipo akavomera ndi pamene tsopano atatsogolere mwambo umene wopereka ma certificates komanso ma diploma pakhala pali zokamba zambiri makamaka mtsogoleri wa dziko lino ena amati chifukwa chani akuvomera kukhalabe chancellor wa ma university aboma adalengeza nthawi ya kampeni kuti ayi ine sindzakhala chancellor yayi wa ma university aboma koma akhala kufotokozera mtsogoleri wa dziko lino akhala akufotokozera kudzera kwa mneneri wawo Brian Banda kuti awatu ndi malamulo amene anakhazikitsidwa kuti mtsogoleri wa dziko akhale chancellor ndiye angangofika achakwera nthawi yomweyo basi ineso sine chancellor iyayi pakufunika kuti malamulo asinthidwe ndiye pakadali pano ma process mwina anayamba titero okonza malamulo amenewa kuwasintha malamulo amenewa kuti ayi mtsogoleri wa dziko asakhalenso chancellor ndipo zimenezo zikachitika pamene nawo achakwera atasiye kukhala chancellor ponena kuti alipo anthu amene atsiriza maphunziro awo ena ndi amenewa ena tinali nawo mwezi watha ku Chancellor College imene kunali graduation ya University of Malawi ena akhalanso akutsiriza maphunziro awo osiyanasiyana kuti tadikira anthu amenewa tingowaunjika pamodzi kuti dikirani kaye mpaka ndidzachotse ineyo malamulo mpaka ndidzasiye pansi kukhala chancellor ndiye mudzachite bwino graduate nkuona kuti pakadali pano amati ndi mtsogoleri achakwera otsata komanso kumvera malamulo abakhalabe chancellor koma malamulo onse akakonzedwa bwino lomwe ndiye kuti sakhalanso chancellor so pakadali pano muona komanso mumva Dr. Lazarus Makafe Chakwera akulandira akuvomera kukhala chancellor wa university imeneyi ncholinga chokuti atsogolere mwambo umenewo kuoneka kuti ukhala ndithu mwambo wapamwamba, mwambo osangalatsa, mwambo ochititsa chidwi. Muli mipata yambiri nthawi zambiri zimene nokhalira si mmene mukanakhala kuti tilibe matenda a COVID-19, mukanadzadza kwambiri angakhale mwamba mmene mmakhala anthu onerera kuti kodi zinthu zikuyenda bwanji. Mulibe anthu achibale sanabwere muno ngati tikunena kuti angakhale ena amene ochulukanso mwa anthu amene akulandira masatifiketi awo sanalowe muno, achibale alowera pati ndi achibale ambiri ali kunja. Komano muno mukuoneka kuti ayi ndithu muli mipata yambiri chifukwa cha matenda amenewa, matenda a COVID-19. Angakhale mwamba mmene mmakhala anthu onerera namayimba mavuvuzera malikhweru zitoliro, lero kulibe. Komabe izi ndi mmene zinalili angakhale kuzomba kumene timakamba kucha kuti ayi tinalinso kuzomba kunali graduation. Ophunzira kumeneko adayesetsa kuti ayi timafuna tikhale ya physical. Matenda a COVID-19 akukhangati kuti akupita kumapeto, tikoza kukhala nayo ya physical, koma sizinatheke. Sitinamve zokambakamba kuno kuti ophunzirawa nawonso sanayifune mwina ya virtual, komano mwinanso nkutheka anangotengera precedence kuti ngati ija inachitika ndiye kuti iyinso ichitike momwemo. Koma ndi mwambo umakhala mwambo osangalatsa kwambiri, mwambo ochititsa chidwi chifukwa umakhala ulendo wautali. Enawa makamaka ma undergraduates ndiye kuti tikukamba mwina za 4-5 years ali pano. Enawa ama masters mwina tikukamba za 3 or 2 years malingana ndi maprogramu awo ali pano. So tsiku ngati limeneli limakhala ndithu tsiku lachimwemwe, limakhala tsiku lapadera, limakhala tsiku lokuti ayi talimbana nako kulimbana kwabwino. Tsopano tilandire corona, ndi crown yake ndi imeneyi, ma degrees, ma diplomas, ma certificate amene anthu amenewa akuyembekezeka kuti alandire lero. Timatero kuti onse ndi 364 kuchokeranso kuma programu osiyanasiyana amene akhala kuphunzira pano. Koma nditero titsindike kuti maprogramu ake kwambiri amaunika luso la makono, monga mumvera dzinalo, it's University of Science and Technology. So zambiri zochitika kuno, mwina 90% ya zochitika kuno zimatsamira ndithu ku science and technology, limene ndi luso la makono. Chifukwa luso la makono masiku ano tingatero kuti ndi manthu wachitukuko. It's a backbone of development pakadali pano. Tikukamba nthawi ndi nthawi kuti ayi dzikoli likusintha chifukwa ulimi wakhaso mwina sizikutheka. Masiku ano zinthu zimene zikumatheka ndi luso la makono zikuchititsanso kuti dziko liziyenda mwachangu. Tikutero kuti tili pano kuchita mwambo umenewu ndi anthu 40 okha mkati muno, over 300 ali kunja, koma akuanitsabe kutsata zimenezi. Zikuchitika zimenezi chifukwa cha luso la makono. Ngakhale kuma factory nkhani yake ndi yomweyo, ngakhale maphunziro timakamba kuti ayi kwabwera COVID-19, sukulu zambiri zinali zotseka, koma kwa iwo amene anakwanitsa ayi amaphunzira online. Luso la makono limene tsoti nkhani ya luso la makono ndilofunikira kwambiri, okuti anthu amene atsiriza maphunziro awo ndipo akulandira masatifiketi awo kwano achita maphunziro amene chiyembekezo cha dziko ndi chakuti apititsa patsogolo chitukuko cha dziko lino. Chipitiri kupanga maphunziro, mwina kulembedwa ntchito, kayayi kuyambisa mabizinesi osiyanasiyana, nkumaona kuti dziko la Malawi alitengera pati. Iwo alitengera pati dziko la Malawi, komanso angakhale dzikolo kuti kodi liyatengera pati. Timatero kuti mtsogoleri wa dziko lino akhale akufika pamalo pano nthawi ina iliyonse, ndicho linga chokuti atsogolere mwambo umenewu. Ndiye akafika ayi akhala akwera kutsogolo kuoneka kuti ayi pafupifupi china chilichonse pano chili m'malo mwake. Nthawi ina iliyonse akhale akulowa mchipinda muno. Matero kuti ayi zikuoneka kuti zikhale nthawi ina iliyonse zinthu zake zikutha, makamaka kuti zikuyamba. Chemwali dzina lija ndani?
Sikomo kwambiri, dzinanga ndi Rachel Mujiga.
Mapanga programu ya?
Ine ndimapanga Masters of Science in Entrepreneurship.
So Roy mwakhala Master of Science Entrepreneurship.
zonadi mbali nayi kula Masters of Innovation so ababa mwina azimayi ndi amene tikufuna takhala masiwo ndi amene tikufuna tayambe business kwambiri
Kunaba hatu kuti azimayi tokhaokha 1 2 3 Masters in Entrepreneurship.
zonadi azimayi tamalimbikira kozi kuti wina apange masters ukhalenso mzimayi pakhomo uzigwiranso ntchito kapena uziyang'anira business ndi ntchito yambiri koma azimayi amatha kukwanisa kupanga zonsezo ndengana mukuona titonse apapa ndi azimayi okhaokha
Okuti apapa mmene mmapita kusukulu udindo wa kunyumba uja simunawika kayi pambali munani naobe.
sunga usiyero pambali nanga ana unsira ndani abambo wasira ndani kapena business usira ndani ndiye ngati mzimayi umayeneko balance zonsezo konse kusapweze kuti kwina kake kukuvutika uzioneseso kuti nthawi yako ikigawa bwinobwino zonse kukwanisa kupanga
Kubalansa ako nkovuta bwanji kapena nkophweka bwanji kubalansa udindo wa kusukulu, udindo wa kunyumba, udindo wa ku business.
kubalansa ati nkosavuta ngati munthu ukudziwa kuti tsiku langa lini ma hours 24 ulokenako ligawe kuti mama wa mwina ndipanga exercise mwina kenako ndikathamepo ndiwerenga ndipanga za mwana za abambo pa nyumba nawo muchape muphike mukagwire ntchito mupange business kenako mupangenso za sukulu se kungoyigawa nthawi ija bwinobwino ndikukhala ndi timetable ya bwinobwino sizivutayi
Komano sukulu yenda bwa.
sukulu yayenda bwinoto kwambiri ndiponso tinakonza bwino kwambiri
Mwati Master of Science Entrepreneurship. Masomphenya anu ndodani uchokera pa.
masomphenya angati ndoti panopo nini makampani anga kale angapo makampani amene ndi zimene naphunzira kunokoko zinthu zimene timaphunzira ndi zabwino kwambiri timaphunzira accounting timaphunzira corporate law international economics corporate finance marketing ndizina zambiri project management strategic management zimene zizitithandiza kuti kampani yanga ije kule ndi brand yanga chede HS Winehouse imene ndikufuna ntaona itakula ndithu kukhala hotel yokuti athakamana tu ku Malawi kuli ma hotel a Malawi kale Sunbelt ndi HS Winehouse.
No, timatero paja kuti mtsogoleri wa dziko lino Dr. Lazarus Makafe Chakwera akhale akufika malo ano amene akulowa ndi mayi wa fuko la dziko lino amene ndi Madam Monica Chakwera afika ndipo nthawi inayi yonse ndilero kuti akhala pa mpando wawo ndiye kuti chatsala ano apa ndi kuti mtsogoleri wa dziko lino alowe mchipinda muno ndipo akalowa tikuperekeni kwa anzathu amene akutsogolera mwambo umenewu koma timatero kuti timacheza apa ndi enanso mayi amene atsiriza maphunziro awo a Master of Science in Entrepreneurship ndati ngakhale kuti business iyo anayiyamba kale ikuyendanso business manoti yakufunikira kuti apite akapeze maphunziro so maphunziro aja akukhulupirira kuti athandizira kupititsa patsogolo ma business osiyanasiyana amene iwowa akuchita koma makamakanso timatero kuti akutsamira nawonso ku science amatero kuti science and technology ili apo nkhani ya entrepreneurship imayeneranso kukhalapo ndikumbukira tinabweranso kuno ku Malawi University of Science and Technology kumene kunali mwambo okhazikitsa makamaka olimbikitsa kuti asangophunzira akamaphunzira science and technology kaya nkupanga njinga nkhani ya entrepreneurship ikhalenso pene kaya akumba mbaula zija zosafunika makala ambiri pakhalenso element pamenepo ya entrepreneurship chifukwa nkhani ndiyoti akagulisa zimenezo akapangapanga zimenezo azipezere misika yabwino komanso akamapanga zinthu zimenezo aonetsese kuti akupanga ti zinthu zimene Amalawi akuzifuna chifukwa osangopanga zaluso zokha pamene luso nkukhala nalo koma pesa kuti wapanga chinthu chimene sichofunikira kwenikweni nde unalipo ndithu tsiku lina mwambo olimbikitsa kuti tikamapanga zinthu za science and technology kaya ndi mbaula za magetsi kaya tikupanga chani zimenezonso pakhalenso element ya entrepreneurship nde makosana ake ndi amene andandana kumayambiriro kwenikweni amayi atatu amenewa amene apeza Master of Science in Entrepreneurship. University imeneyi si yakale kwenikweni kwambiri ndi university yoti yakhala kwa zaka zochepa tikutero kuti graduation imeneyi ndi graduation yachiwiri zimene zotanthauza kuti pakali pano kuli gulu limodzi lokha la ma graduates amene atuluka kuno ndipo awa ndi achiwiri ndiye tione kuti lachitatu atulukira pati kapena atuluka liti mwina kapena chaka chamawa chimenecho tione tidzakhalenso tikufika pano mwina nthawi imeneyo zikadzayenda bwino peseka kuti matenda a COVID-19 kulibe atheratu kapena mwina osati kutheratu koma mwina atsika zokuti basi moyo wayamba kubwerera mchimake, mwina tidzakhala ndi ophunzira onse olandira ma certificate komanso ma diploma awo muno. Ngati zimene sizidzakhala choncho, ndiye kuti basi tidzapitirirabe ndi mwambo ngati umene tili nawo pano, chifukwa chinthu chinanso chimene chikuoneka ngati titsalira nacho matenda a COVID mwina akachepetsetsa ndi kachitidwe ka zinthu kamakono. Tikuona kuti masiku ano kwambiri mamitingi akumakhala vicho, sikawirikawiri anthu kuchita kukumana mu boardroom kumakambirana. Zimenezi tinacho chikhulupiriro kuti zikhale zikupitirira ndithu, angakhale kuti matenda amene wamwina atsika kwambiri kapena kuti achepa kwambiri. So tiona kuti mwina zaka zikubwerazi mwina kachitidwe kake kama graduation kakhala kameneka basi kuti kakhazikika pakati pathu, mwina hayi zisintha nkufika paja pakuti aliyense amene akufuna kulowa akulowa. Koma matero kuti pakadali pano ma graduation akuchitikira imene ikuchitikira imene imochepa chabe oti angochita represent anzawo ndi amene ali mchipinda muno, mulibemo wachibale muno achibale amene alipo ali kunja. Ngati monde mumpanda muno alimo, mukampasi inoyo alimo azungulira holo ino, angakhale ogulitsa maluwa nawonso alipo. Komabe nizosiyana ndi mmene zimakhalira anthu si ochuluka kwambiri, chifukwa ngakhale ena mwa amene akuchita nawo graduation iyo kunoko sanafike, mwina ali kunyumba, ndiye kuti mphatso zosiyanasiyana kaya maluwa ndi zina zotero apatsidwira kunyumba. So mbali ina ndiye kuti kaza kunena kuti zakhudza zimenezi the business side ya graduation imeneyi, chifukwa pamakhala malonda, pamakhala amati HD, pamakhala anthu panjapo ojambula HD, ndiye kuti ojambula nyamata amasiku ano ojambula zithunzi zapamwamba amakhala atadzaza pano, kujambula pompo kutulusa zithunzi. Akamachoka pano hayi makhala ndithu atapanga business yochuluka, amakhala atapanga ndithu ndalama zochuluka, ogulitsa makadi tikunenawo, ogulitsa maluwa tikunenawo, onsewo amakhala ali pano. Koma zimenezo sizili choncho lero. Komabe nanga tichita bwanji tili munyengo ya COVID, ndiye tikuyenera kuvomera kuti tili munyengo ya COVID-19, ndipo zimene tingakwanitse ngati dziko ndi zimenezo. Timatero kuti nthawi ina iliyonse mtsogoleri wa dziko lino akhala akulowa mchipinda muno, chifukwa First Lady Madam Monica Achakwera afika kale pano, akhala kale pampando, tungodikirira kuti nthawi ina iliyonse iwowa akhale akufika malo ano ndipo zonse ziyambe. Choyambirira nyimbo ya fuko la dziko la Malawi, ndipo kenaka nyimbo ya fuko la MAST ikhale ndithu ikulira pakadali pano. Mtsogoleri wa dziko lino kuoneka kuti ayi zonse zili mchimake, nthawi ina iliyonse akhale ndithu akulowa kuti mwambo onse uyambike, mwambo ochititsa chidwi, mwambo osangalatsa. Angakhale kuti kuli COVID hayi zikuchitika zikutheka, timatero kuti kufunikira kwa luso la sayansi, luso la makono ndi limenelo, kuti angakhale anthu amene sali mchipinda muno akukwanitsa ndithu kutsatira bwino lomwe zochitika za mchipinda muno, kudzera pano pa Times TV, kudzera pa Times Radio, angakhalenso kudzera pa makina a internet. Tikatero ndiye kuti tutanthazo angakhala amene ali kunja kwa dziko lino akhoza kukwanitsa kutsatira mwambo umenewu, mwambo wa graduation kunoko ku Malawi University of Science and Technology. Ndikuona kuti ayi mtsogoleri wa dziko lino ndi anthu onse amene ayenda nawo akulowa mchipinda muno, aliyense kuyimirira pamene pakulimba kanyimbo kameneko pansi. Akafika mtsogoleri wa dziko lino ndiye kuti zonse zichitike monga mwadongosolo lake, nyimbo ya fuko la Malawi komanso nyimbo ya fuko la MAST. Mtsogoleri wa dziko lino Lazarus Magathai Chakwera akuyenda ndithu pang'ono, onse akuyenda ndi stepe yomaoneka ngati kuti kaperete pang'ono, khangati kuti ayi kupereka ulemu ku zinthu zosiyanasiyana, makamaka zakupsa zimene zachitika ndi ophunzira amenewa kupeza masters, kupeza first degree ya science and technology ya ntchito zaluso ndi distinction simasewera. Kupereka ulemu kuti ayi makosana inu maka amene muli kuno ngakhalenso ina amene muli kunja kwa chipinda chino mwachita zakupsa ndiye ameneyo mtsogoleri wa dziko lino akufika ndipo nthawi ina iliyonse akhale ndithu akukhala pansi monga chanenanena kuti choyamba ndi nyimbo ya fuko lathu.
We may be seated. Your Excellency, Dr. Lazarus McCarthy Chakwera, President of the Republic of Malawi and Chancellor-designate of the Malawi University of Science and Technology, MUST. Your Excellency, Madam Monica Chakwera, First Lady of the Republic of Malawi, Honorable Agnes Nyalonje, Minister of Education, Honorable Madalisoka Zombo, MP, First Deputy Speaker, Parliament of Malawi, Dr. Bernard Zingano, Chairperson, and all members of the Council of the Malawi University of Science and Technology, Professor Adres Mawakoa Malata, Vice Chancellor of the Malawi University of Science and Technology, and all the Vice Chancellors from public universities here present. Ms. Martha Sambani, Deputy Registrar, Deans of Faculty, members of academic and non-academic staff of the Malawi University of Science and Technology here present. Dr. Janet Banda, SC, Deputy Secretary to the President and the Cabinet, and all the government officials here present. All the graduating students here present, and all of those that are following the event virtually. parents, and guardians, Senior Chief Chimaliro, and all the traditional leaders here present, Reverend Father Roy Makube, Chaplain of the Malawi University of Science and Technology, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the second congregation of the Malawi University of Science and Technology. In keeping with our tradition, I would like to invite the University Chaplain, Reverend Father Roy Makube, to open these proceedings with prayer.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, in the mighty name of Jesus Christ, we come before your holy throne of grace this morning, Father, to thank you for the gift of life that you've given unto us today. We know, Father, that it is by grace that we exist, and we don't take that for granted. Dear God, we want to thank you for giving the traveling message to our President of the Republic, His Excellency Dr. Lazarus Makafe Chakwera, and the entire entourage. Father, I want to pray that you shall be with him, giving all the blessings, Father, protecting him, giving the good health. Father, I pray that he should go with you to this task before him. Father, as we read in the book of Judges, chapter number 4, we hear of Barak who asked Deborah that unless you go with me, then I will not go. Certainly, Father, go with our president as he leads this country of Malawi, and also as he becomes the chancellor of this university. In a special way, Lord, I want to pray and ask blessings from you to our First Lady, Her Excellency, Madam Monica Chakwera, as she continues giving counsel to our President. Because for sure, we know that behind every successful man there is a woman. Father, this is the day that you have given unto us, and we rejoice in it. Malawi is happy, for we are receiving gifts from you, Lord. The graduates whom you have worked with, some for 2 years doing their masters, some for 4 years, and some for 5 years. Indeed, we give you glory and honor. For indeed, we have seen you helping these graduates. For sure, the road wasn't easy, but because you are with them, here they are celebrating. Father, I want to pray and ask for blessings to all the parents and guardians and all the partners who have supported these graduates financially, morally, and even spiritually. Your name, Lord, be glorified. In a special way, Lord, I pray and ask for blessings and guidance, Lord, to the leadership of this university Vice Chancellor, Madam Professor Adres Mawakowa Malata, and the entire management of the university, Lord, so that they are able to manage this university. Father, I command unto you our President, His Excellency Dr. Lazarus Makafe Chakwera, as you now take office of this university as our Chancellor. Indeed, the university should continue to be the center of excellency. Indeed, where we always do business unusual. May I also invite the Holy Spirit to guide the proceedings of this graduation ceremony. I commend unto our President as he will be presiding over this second congregation of Malawi University of Science and Technology. May the blessings from God Almighty, the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit be with us all, now and forever. Amen.
Once again is the time to sing in May. Thanks to leadership and those of us. No more loves, no more homemade projects. Now we look to do best in the world. Kondwanyala, sangalala, tawi okolola yafika tu. Zokoma zonse zijazata, tukutala tulabindula. Kondwanyala, sangalala, tawi okolola yafika tu. Zokoma zonse zijazata, tukutala tulabindula. We've come a long way from where we began. As we graduate, it makes sense to marry. No more class, no assignments. We're agents of change for better life. Sleepless nights, Sabuyata, Sota Hosijata Nayo, Mayeso Ochega Agoja, Tukutala Tulabindula. Sleepless nights, Sabuyata, Sota Hosijata Nayo, Mayeso Ochega Agoja, Tukutala tulabindula.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by statutes of the Malawi University of Science and Technology, I declare the congregation duly constituted as a ceremony for the installation of the Chancellor and award of certificates, diplomas, and degrees.
Your Excellency, Dr. Lazarus McCarthy Chakwera, President of the Republic of Malawi and Chancellor-Designate of the Malawi University of Science and Technology. Section 13, subsection 1 of the MAST Act number 31 of 2012 provides that there shall be a Chancellor of the University who shall be the head of the university. Furthermore, subsection 2 provides that the President shall, unless he declines the appointment, be the Chancellor of the University. I therefore have the honor to invite Professor Adres Malata, Vice Chancellor, to deliver her oration on the Chancellor-Designate. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Your Excellencies, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm greatly honored to have this rare opportunity to introduce the Malawi University of Science and Technology's Chancellor-designate, His Excellency Dr. Lazarus Makathi Chakwera, who is being installed as the second Chancellor of the university. First, perhaps it would be best to describe who Dr. Lazarus Chakwera is. He is a Malawian, a theologian, and a politician. Born in the rural outskirts of Lilongwe, the capital city of Malawi, on 5th April 1955, to his father Ernest Chakwera and mother Maren Mwale, popularly known as Aiya. His parents were subsistence farmers. Their previous home in Mchinji was a typical rural setting without electricity and running water. Its poor rural village surroundings exposed the children to sickness so regularly that two of his brothers were born before him died in infancy, forcing the parents to relocate to Malembo, a rural village outside the capital city, in search of a new beginning. That new beginning was marked by the arrival of their newborn child, whom they named Lazarus, to express God's faith that the son would defy the odds and live just as Lazarus in the Bible. Dr. Lazarus Makathi Chakwera has a sister and a brother. He got married to Monica, the First Lady, in 1977, and together they have 4 children and 12 grandchildren. Academic background. He is an alumnus of Mtendere Secondary School, popularly known as Marirana Boys. In 1977, Dr. Lazarus Makathi Chakwera graduated with a Bachelor of Arts Philosophy degree from Chancellor College of the University of Malawi. He got his honors degree from the University of the North in South Africa, and in 1991, he was awarded a master's degree from the University of South Africa. The Trinity International University in Illinois, USA, awarded him a doctorate in 2000, while the Pan-Africa Theological Seminary awarded him the professorship in 2005. Looking at his theological leadership, Dr. Lazarus Makathi Chakwera is a member of the Assemblies of God and has held numerous leadership positions from 2004 to 2014. He has also served as president of Africa Assemblies of God Alliance from 2004 to 2013 and secretary of World Assemblies of God Fellowship from 2005 to 2017. Let me turn to civic leadership positions. Dr. Lazarus Makathi Chakwera has served as chairperson of Petroleum Control Commission and National Council of Sports. He has also served in other portfolios, but of significance is the Committee of 17 that was set by the late President Bingu wa Mutharika to establish 6 more public universities in Malawi, including MUST. Allow me to culminate this presentation by looking at highlights of his political career. On 14th May 2013, Dr. Chakwera resigned as president of the Malawi Assemblies of God. He joined mainstream politics in 2014 and contested for the presidential position on the Malawi Congress Party ticket. Dr. Chakwera won a parliamentary seat and became the leader of opposition in parliament. On May 19, 2019, Dr. Chakwera gave another shot at the presidency. These results, as we all know, were highly contested and legal battles ensued, leading to historic nullification of results and calling for a fresh presidential election. On June 23, 2020, Dr. Chakwera was elected President of the Republic of Malawi under the Tonse Alliance led by the Malawi Congress Party. Some quarters have always questioned whether, by joining mainstream politics, Dr. Lazarus Makathi Chakwera has abandoned his theological calling. His response has always been, and I quote, "I transitioned into mainstream politics knowing that I wasn't leaving ministry, but following my Lord in public service after sensing his call in that direction," end of quote. As As recognition for his leadership credentials, His Excellency has been recognized by the Regional Investors Forum for Capacity Building in Agriculture, RU Forum, with an award of Champion for Higher Education in Africa. Also, His Excellency is now Vice Chairperson of the Committee of 10 African Heads of State created by the African Union to spearhead higher education. It is therefore my great pleasure and singular honor to call upon Your Excellency, Dr. Lazarus Makathi Chakwera, President of the Republic of Malawi, to take the office of Chancellor of the Malawi University of Science and Technology.
I accept to take office as Chancellor of the Malawi University of Science and Technology.
University of Science and Technology. The ceramics section is supported by the Jobs for Youth project under the Ministry of Youth and Sports, funded by the African Development Bank Group. It consists of a tea set as well as 2 vases. Locally made materials, locally available materials like clay, silica, sand feldspar, marble, zircon, kaolite, kyanite, and others are used to fabricate different products like tableware, bobbin insulators, refractory materials, insulation bricks, tiles, and sanitary ware. Mr. Chancellor, sir, there are many people across the world who would wish to extend their best wishes for you, and we have received congratulatory messages from some of our partners locally and internationally. Michigan State University. Your Excellency, Dr. Lazarus McCarthy Chakwera, the State President of the Republic of Malawi, Michigan State University, MSU, with its 5 decades of engagement in Malawi, extends its congratulations to you for being inaugurated as Chancellor of the Malawi University of Science and Technology. May the shared bonds between Michigan State University and all Malawian institutions continue to blossom for the renewal of your nation. RUFORUM. Your Excellency, the Regional Universities Forum for Capacity Building in Agriculture, RUFORUM, a network of 129 universities from 38 African countries, is sending warmest congratulations on your installation as the new Chancellor of the Malawi University of Science and Technology. RUFORUM is most delighted about this development and consider it as another great moment in the history of Malawi and of MUST in particular. FDH Holdings Limited. FDH Financial Holdings Limited Board Chairman, Mr. Noel Nkulije, Group Chief Executive Officer, Mr. William Pinganjira, and the group's subsidiaries, FDH Bank PLC, First Discount House Limited, FDH Money Bureau Limited, MSB Properties Limited, and FDH Financial Advisory Services Limited, management and staff, congratulate Your Excellency, the State President of the Republic of Malawi, Dr. Lazarus McCarthy Chakwera, on your installation as the new Chancellor of the Malawi University of Science and Technology. FDH Holdings wishes you, Your Excellency, and MUST success as you create the next generation of leading scientists in Malawi. IGENCO. The board chair, Mr. Zangazanga Chikosi, and all board members, the chief executive officer, Mr. William Liabunya, management and staff of the Electricity Generation Company of Malawi, IGENCO, congratulate Your Excellency, Dr. Lazarus McCarthy Chakwera, for being installed Chancellor of the Malawi University of Science and Technology. IGENCO, generating power for generations. NICO Pension Services Company Limited. The chairman, board members, management and staff of NICO Pension Services Company Limited would like to congratulate Your Excellency, the State President of the Republic of Malawi, Dr. Lazarus McCarthy Chakwera, on your installation as Chancellor of the Malawi University of Science and Technology. Hashtag #OneNICO, hashtag NICO at 50. Smile Life Insurance Company Limited. The chairperson, board of directors, management and staff of Smile Life Insurance Company Limited join Malawians in congratulating the State President, His Excellency, Dr. Lazarus McCarthy Chakwera, on being installed as the Chancellor of the Malawi University of Science and Technology. Smile Life Insurance Company Limited, making life insurance affordable. University of Malawi. Your Excellency, our State President, Dr. The Council Chairperson, Professor Zachary Kasomegera, and Vice Chancellor, Professor George Kanyamapiri, Council members, management, staff, and students of the Lilongwe University of Agriculture and Natural Resources, Luana, would like to congratulate Your Excellency, the State President of the Republic of Malawi, Dr. Lazarus McCarthy Chakwera, on your inauguration as Chancellor of the Malawi University of Science and Technology. Mzuni. The chairperson of Mzuzu University, Ambassador Howard Ndilowe, Vice Chancellor Professor John Saka, council members, management, staff, and students of Mzuzu University, congratulate Your Excellency, Dr. Lazarus McCarthy Chakwera, President of the Republic of Malawi, on your installation as Chancellor of the Malawi University of Science and Technology on its second graduation ceremony. Mzuzu University, Self-Reliance, Service, Perfection. The Malawi University of Business and Applied Sciences. It is with great pride that management, staff, and students of Malawi University of Business and Applied Science join with other members to congratulate His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Malawi, Dr. Lazarus Makathi Chakwera, on your installation as Chancellor of the Malawi University of Science and Technology. We wish you every success. Mr. Chancellor, sir, allow me to call upon the Council Chair, Dr. Bernard Zingano, to address the congregation.
Your Excellency, Dr. Lazarus Makathi Chakwera, President of the Republic of Malawi, Your Excellency, the First Lady, Madam Manuka Chakwera, the Minister of Education, Honorable Agnes Nyalonje, the Deputy Secretary to the President and Cabinet, Dr. Janet Banda, Senior Counsel, and all government officials present here, the Vice Chancellor of this university, Professor Andres Malata, Vice Chancellors from other public and private universities here present, the Deputy Vice Chancellor of this university, Professor Jonathan Makuira, and all academic staff, the Deputy University Registrar, Martha Sambani, and all administrative members of staff here present, our graduating students and all other students, all senior party members from Motuans Alliance, parents, guardians, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, what a pleasure it is for me to welcome you, the First Lady, and your entire delegation to this graduation ceremony of the Malawi University of Science and Technology. Your Excellency, this is only our second congregation since the inception of this university. We will now have two cohorts of graduates out there taking part in assisting Your Excellency in your mission to develop this nation just as other universities are already doing. Your Excellency, it was very kind of you to appoint me as chairman of this university along with other eminent persons, council members, in the names of Dr. Matthews Ntumbuka. Wherever you are, please stand up. Thank you. Dr. Elizabeth Swale, an agricultural development scientist. Thank you. Council Enoch Chibwana. Thank you. He's a lawyer. And Mr. Boyd Luwe, who is a chartered accountant. Thank you. We as a board would like to thank the last board immensely for the huge amount of work they have done to manage this university. To them, we will repeat the famous quotation by Isaac Newton, who wrote a letter to his intellectual friend Robert Hooke, commonly remembered as the law in physics named after him, Hooke's Law. Isaac Newton wrote and said, and I quote, "I see further because I stand on the shoulders of giants." End of quote. We are most grateful to stand on the shoulders of these eminent persons, and to them we say thank you. Your Excellency, our role is to guide the university in accordance with the policies that are issued under your authority. We have an Act of Parliament number 31 of 1220 and a number of policies to guide us. We clearly understand that we are answerable in line to Ministry of Statutory Operations, answerable on staff to Ministry of Education, and of course accountable to the single shareholder of this university, Ministry of Finance. Under these instruments and overseers, we have no place to hide, but to carry out your mission with care, innovation, and efficiency, and we will do our best. This far, I have dealt with matters of state, but now allow me, Your Excellency, to address you as the Chancellor of this university. At this point, I will request the audience to kindly be upstanding and put our hands together, please. Be upstanding and put our hands together to show the respect. Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Chancellor, sir, I want to register my humble congratulations to you for that great honor of being installed as our Chancellor. Our mandate as Council is very clear in this university, namely that we continue to make practical linkages between science, technology, and your leadership. We want to forge as many links as we can to connect our university with other universities in the country, public or private, and universities abroad, to harmonize standards and avoid reinventing the wheel. We want to connect with the industry and to ensure that our technologies are taken up directly into industry. We will continue to agree with the other universities that a university must distinctly be different from a secondary school. A university must create knowledge, disseminate it, and get involved in outreach programs to enhance technology uptake in the industry. Mr. Chancellor, sir, I am very aware that you in person were part of the team that framed this University of Science and Technology to become a reality from 2010 to 2012. We had 3 undergraduate and 2 postgraduate programs in 2014, but we now have 22 undergraduate programs. We are yet to grow our postgraduate portfolio, and the curriculum development is completed. These processes are already underway, including a number of programs at both master's and doctorate level. From these academic programs, we now also have 4 research centers working in different areas of innovation, industrial research, climate science and environment, strategic studies, and medical sciences. We are also working on value addition and production systems. Consistent with the notion of outreach, we have already planned for an industrial park, which we hope will be completed before the end of this academic year. This will be our nursery for industrial development and outreach. Mr. Chancellor, sir, as a head of state, you have recently directed that this country should seriously start developing its minerals. I can report, sir, that as a university, we are already doing this, and it was only last Friday, on the 14th of May, when the Vice Chancellor was graduating 57 mineral incubates at Lintipe in Ilongwe. This is just one of the few practical industrial follow-ups that we are already doing. One thing we have noted here as a council, this university is working, both the administration and the academic are working as one unit, working extremely hard and under visionary leadership. Sadly, the university has lost some of its key staff due to the COVID-19 pandemic, but that, I can assure Your Excellency, has not broken the spirit. As a matter of fact, the university is now making a mid-term evaluation of its current 5-year program, strategic plan program, to assess its strength and ability to align itself with the aspirations of the current government, including that of Agenda 2063. Mr. Chancellor, sir, our progress has not been without some adverse challenges. Our members of staff have to commute from Zomba or Blantyre to go to work every day, and the university has to bear the cost of transport. As a university, we do not have adequate student accommodation. We also need purpose-built laboratories and lecture rooms. If our performance has to equal or indeed better that of others, a list of these challenges will be prepared and mailed separately to your office, sir, so that you can continue to think about us. Mr. Chancellor, sir, our aim is to minimize dependence on government financing. You may wish to know, sir, that already we are financing about 30% of the budget. We are doing the little things, but we know that you will do the possible things. But we believe that in God will do the impossible. We have land ownerships and unplanned development issues, but we think we can resolve those with the Office of Attorney General. We will continue to dream in color and swim into the future. Mr. Chancellor, sir, these challenges may be construed as a long shopping list, but it is only reflecting the ambition and dedication that we have to carry out and handle the assignments that you have given us to do. Our ambition is to be one of the best universities of science and technology in this region, and I think we will do it. It's another powerful tool in the world of research in biological sciences. This tool has to be housed in this university, sir, but accessible by all other universities here in Malawi, including those in the region, if they so wish. Mr. Chancellor, sir, you are very much aware, having been a professor yourself, that postdoctoral research work must really be done using modern technology at NONA scale. We have a number of hardworking staff here in this university who would like to continue with their postdoctoral studies that will make this university a world-class center of science and technology as is depicted in our vision. We want to build a very strong base in science and research in this university. We know that we have all the goodwill from government, and we can also confirm as council that we have noticed that there is a very robust group of scientists here who are spending their nights in laboratories doing research, and we would like to support that effort. We have noticed that over 50 scientific research papers have been published in quality referral journals in the past 2 years, and that, Mr. Chancellor, is what a top-class university should be doing. However, to be practical, we will monitor how these papers are being translated into outreach work here at home. Let me now turn to our celebrated scholars of today, our graduates. Let me first congratulate you immensely for the excellent performance that you have now achieved. To start with, it is not easy, and I'll repeat that, it is not easy to be selected into this university, and let alone to complete the studies in time. You must have been very lucky or deserve to enter this university, but definitely you must have worked hard to achieve the grades that you have achieved. Many a friend of yours may have fallen by the way, but you have managed to complete these studies. What an achievement. Please give a clap yourself. Thank you. I am sure that the parents and guardians who must be melting with joy and with expectation, please mark the word expectation. To the parents, this will be a relief, but to you, it will be time to get employed and earn money. My first small advice to you is that you should not make money, but earn that money. Don't play games of chances that are not in order. You may know one of the greatest scientists that ever lived by the name of Albert Einstein. Einstein once said in his later life, he was not a religious man, but he said and wrote on the chimney in his office, and I quote, "God does not play dice." He actually rejected that randomness and chaos cannot be part of nature. Nature is very orderly. You entered this university by merit and have worked so hard. And admittedly, both you and the very lucky parents and graduates and guardians are looking for the long-awaited reward. And I repeat the small advice to you again: don't make that money, but earn that money. Don't wait to be employed. Aim at employing others. I know that this is easier said than done, but remember, you are a graduate of Malawi University of Science and Technology. You are able to create in most development lines in Malawi. You can check my supposition here that rich people are not those who get employed, unless if you are an orderly, where God will not play the dice. That wealth which you will make may not any, which you will make but not earn, will lead you into trouble. Finally, I want to leave you with a thought and a simple advice by an English gentleman who lived between 1709 and 1784 by the name of Dr. Samuel Johnson. I'm sure most of you know him. Johnson has this to say, and please quote this.
Your Excellency, Dr. Lazarus Makathi Chakwera, President of the Republic of Malawi and Chancellor of the Malawi University of Science and Technology. Your Excellency, the First Lady, Madam Monica Chakwera, the Minister of Education, Honorable Agnes Nyalonji, the Deputy Secretary to the President and Cabinet, Dr. Janet Banda, SC, and all government officials, the Chairperson of Council, Dr. Bernard Zingano, and all Council members, Vice Chancellors from public and private universities, Professor Kalenga Saka, Professor George Kanyama Piri, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Professor Jonathan Makuira, and academic members of staff, Deputy Vice Registrar, Ms. Martha Sambani, and all administrative members of staff, all graduating students, parents and guardians, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Chancellor, I stand before you this morning to deliver a speech I have entitled, "Can Must Be One of the Key Players in the Realization of the Malawi Agenda 2063, the Malawi we want." We know that science, technology, and innovation are fast becoming key drivers for socio-economic growth and development. Consequently, as an institution of higher learning, we are constantly aligning and contributing to national, regional, and global aspirations. So Malawi 2063, AU 2063, and Sustainable Development Goals. In addressing this question, Mr. Chancellor, allow me to focus on 4 strategic pillars of the MAST strategic plan: quality education, research and valorization, enabling environment, and external engagement. First, quality education. We are determined as a university to develop MAST into an institution of excellence in teaching, learning, and training in science, engineering, technology for socio-economic development of this country. MAST, where excellence reigns. Today, we are proud to release these graduates into market, confident that they have acquired the right knowledge, the right skills, the right attitude at the right time to make the much needed difference and contribute towards the realization of an exclusively wealthy and self-reliant nation. We have exposed them to entrepreneurial and innovative skills, which will enable them to make significant contribution to this country and beyond. In addition to the programs that the chairman have alluded to, MAST has recently approved 4 undergraduate programs, 8 master's programs, and 4 PhD programs. These include Bachelor of Arts in Cultural Economy, Bachelor of Education Science, Master of Science in Data Science, and Doctor of Philosophy in Business Leadership. Mr. Chancellor, as we grow our programs portfolio, we are mindful that quality is of paramount importance. So I'm pleased to report that we have enhanced our quality assurance portfolio in teaching and research, growing the number of PhD faculty from 5 in 2014 to 45 this year, and many others studying all over the world. Second, research and valorization. Mr. Chancellor, MAST is creating centers of excellency. At the moment, we have 4 centers: Malawi Institute of Industrial Research and Innovation, Center for Climate Change and Disaster Risk Management, Center for Biomedical and Clinical Sciences, Center for Strategic Studies, which is a joint initiative between a quest to promote research and innovation beyond academic corridors. Your university has taken a doing business unusual approach. What do we mean? MAST is the first university in this country to launch a program for young indigenous innovators who have minimal formal education but have a God-given talent for innovation. Let me thank Smile Life Insurance for partnering with MAST on this particular initiative in sponsoring these young innovators. Third, enabling environment. Mr. Chancellor, this pillar covers governance and management, support services and facilities, visibility and financial sustainability. For this morning, allow me to focus on financial sustainability, which is one of our key reform areas under your government's reforms program. The chair has already mentioned that we are constructing an industrial park to be used for product development. This park is going to produce ceramics, as you received this morning, but also precious minerals, and we already have a program with the African Development Bank under the Jobs for Youth project. We will also use this park for testing innovations. Another major initiative under financial sustainability is the establishment of MAST Endowment Fund. This fund is expected to grow over time. Let me take this opportunity to invite private sector and well-meaning individuals in Malawi and beyond our borders to contribute into this fund. Some of the income from the endowment fund will be used to provide scholarships to needy and well-deserving students. A launch of this fund will be held soon. Finally, external engagement. This pillar goes hand in glove with the third strategic pillar. We are establishing partnerships with industry, other universities, both local and international. The idea is to push for generation, dissemination, adoption, transfer, and application of knowledge and technologies. As a result of these partnerships, I'm pleased, Mr. Chancellor, to report that MAST now has 50 projects with new 18 grants that have been awarded in 2020 and 2021, amounting to 5.4 billion Malawi kwacha. These resources are ring-fenced for research. Some of our partners include Agriculture Transformation Initiative, Gates Foundation, UNDP, USAID, UNICEF, universities such as Michigan State, Strathclyde, San Francisco, Virginia Tech, Nelson Mandela, as well as University of Zambia. While we value our international partnerships, we also value local partnerships. So we do partner with all financial services sectors such as banks and insurance companies. Mr. Chancellor, therefore, in implementing the 4 pillars, it is evident that the answer to the question, can must be one of the key players in the realization of the Malawi Agenda 2063. It is an affirmative yes. Must is just not able to do it, but is already contributing to this agenda. However, on this trajectory, we should never be complacent, otherwise we'll stifle our progress. We should always dream bigger to make a bigger impact. Her Excellency Ellen Johnson Sirleaf once said, and I quote, "The size of your dreams must always exceed your current capacity to achieve them. If your dreams do not scare you, then they are not big enough." End of quote. Mr. Chancellor, as I finish, allow me to address our graduates. There's no better achievement than to have students successfully complete their studies, and more especially under challenging circumstances. These students, their last semester, they had to do online. And I want to congratulate you for making such a progress. Let's give them a clap for what they have done. It is our wish that you succeed in your endeavors. However, character and conduct are very critical. They are virtues that you need in your life. Be professional in everything you do. Margaret Thatcher once said, and I quote, "Never just follow the crowd. Make your own mind what you want to do, and if necessary, get the crowd to follow you." End of quote. So you need to have a vision, you need to be focused, but much more important, fear God. Finally, Mr. Chancellor, I'm deeply grateful that you have spared time to grace this second and historic congregation. The circumstances were challenging, but your presence this morning has honored us. On behalf of staff and students of MUST, I would like to once again congratulate you for being the second chancellor of this university. I wish you God's guidance as you lead this nation towards prosperity. Let me also take this opportunity, Mr. Chancellor, to thank our council for their strategic guidance. Thank you, Chair, and all council members. For members of staff of MUST, I'm deeply grateful for the commendable work that each one of you does at every level in this institution. You all have been very committed and passionate. You are our heroes. Mr. Chancellor, I'll be failing in my duties if I do not thank traditional leaders that surround this community. Senior Chief Chimaliro, Village Headman Mina, mafumu athu onse kudera kumene kukhala zikomo kwambiri. May God bless your excellencies. May God bless MUST. May God bless Malawi. I thank you all for your attention. Mr. Chancellor, it is now my singular honor and privilege to invite you to address the second MUST congregation.
Your Excellency, Madam Monica Chakwera, First Lady of the Republic of Malawi, Honorable Agnes Nyalonje, Minister of Education, Honorable Madalitso Kazombo, MP, First Deputy Speaker, Parliament of Malawi, Dr. Bernard Gano, Chairperson, and all members of the Council of the Malawi University of Science and Technology must. Professor Andres Mwakoa Malata, Vice Chancellor of the Malawi University of Science and Technology, and all the Vice Chancellors from the public universities here present. Ms. Martha Sambani, Deputy Registrar, Deans of Faculty, members of the academic and non-academic staff of the Malawi University of Science and Technology here present. Dr. Janet Banda, Senior Counsel, Deputy Secretary to the President and Cabinet, and all the government officials here present. All the graduating students here present, and all those following the event virtually, parents and guardians, Senior Chief Chimaliro, I see Senior Chief Chigumbo as well, and all the traditional leaders here present. Reverend Father Roy Makupe, Chaplain of the Malawi University of Science and Technology. Distinguished leaders of Tonse Alliance, members of various parties, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Back in 2010, late President Bingu wa Mutharika announced government's plan to establish 6 new public universities. This university was the first standalone step in that direction of realizing that vision. I myself was in the Public Universities Working Committee that initiated its establishment. As such, this is a public university, and I'm honored to be here not only to preside over its second congregation, but also to blow the embers of that vision back into flame. For me, witnessing these first fruits of the vision go from conception to delivery was an inspiring eye-opener. From its development, I learned that just because a vision is imperfect and blurry at conception does not mean that its journey to delivery must be aborted. In the case of this institution, the initial concept was to establish Lilongwe University of Science and Technology, LUSTEC, in the nation's capital. However, over the course of time, what was conceived as LUSTEC grew in the womb of our human imagination and interaction. The form of a vision is something we should be willing and humble enough to subject to rigorous refinement. In the case of this university, that refinement resulted in its relocation to Ndata and its renaming to Must, and the rest is history. In furtherance to this vision, my administration recently initiated the process of delinking the constituent colleges of our public university in order to establish new and additional universities. The creation of new universities is not merely a solution to the common shortage of admission space, nor is it merely an extension of Bingu's vision but is the implementation of one of the 7 enablers of Malawi 2063, namely human capital development. Underpinning the work of developing human capital is our belief that before we can create a new kind of country, we must create a new kind of citizen, one capable of desiring, envisioning, and building a future that is better than the past. And when it comes to developing human capital, especially en masse, nothing does the trick quite like tertiary education. Now, as a champion of education, I advocate for the development of all our people's natural talents through education in all disciplines. However, I also recognize the fact that those of you being educated in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, STEM, are foundational and indispensable to our ability to realize the socioeconomic potential of the education your compatriots receive in arts and humanities. For example, there may be a talented and university-educated Malawian painter out there just waiting to create and sell beautiful paintings. But those paintings cannot be created until a STEM graduate first creates the right kind of paint in the lab. More importantly, STEM graduates from universities like MUST are integral to our collective pursuit of that national vision called Malawi 2063, a vision that transcends presidents and their administrations. As you may recall, that national vision is to become, quote, an inclusively wealthy and self-reliant, industrialized, upper middle income country, end of quote. But now, how can any of our natural wealth be made inclusive unless it is turned into developmental and economic wealth? And how can we turn that natural wealth into developmental wealth without science and technology? The same rule applies to our quest to become a self-reliant and industrialized country at household, community, and national levels. To end government employment, we have to equip them with marketable skills while at the same time creating industries in which there are jobs that require those skills. And to create industries in any sector of the economy, we need STEM graduates of schools like MUST to turn their education into bankable enterprises. In fact, there isn't a single pillar among the 3 pillars of the Malawi 2063 that does not call for STEM graduates, call on you to rise to the occasion. Pillar number 1 for creating inclusive wealth and self-reliance is increasing productivity in and commercializing the agricultural sector. But this cannot be done without the use of scientific and technological innovation. Pillar number 2, for creating inclusive wealth and self-reliance, is industrializing all sectors so that there is value addition on products before they go to the market. But adding value almost always implies the use of science and technology. Pillar number 3, for creating inclusive wealth and self-reliance, is urbanization. But again, the making of a rural anything into an urban something is a task done deliberately by bringing advances and advantages in science and technology to bear on the low living standards we see in most of our rural communities. So, if you ask me, every single page of Malawi 2063 is calling out to you, STEM graduates from MUST, to leave this place with your mind focused on turning your education into enterprise. For our national development agenda to become a reality, the scientific and technological skills you have acquired here at MUST are a must. They are a must for industrializing and commercializing the agricultural sector. They are a must for industrializing and commercializing the mining sector. They are a must for industrializing and commercializing the informal sector. They are a must for industrializing and commercializing our tourist attractions. The possibilities for Malawians educated in science and technology are endless because there is no sector that does not need your technical know-how. Even a musician who wants to sell albums online is dependent on the skills of those with a mastery in science and technology. The vast opportunities available to educated Malawians are the reason why in my State of the Nation address during the opening of Parliament 6 days ago, I named the development of human capital through education as one of the accelerators of my administration's drive to create jobs, create wealth, and create food security. But there's a catch. Necessary for the creation of an entire enterprise, much less an entire industry. At only age 37, Mark Zuckerberg, who owns Facebook and WhatsApp and Instagram, has $114 billion to his name. But it didn't happen simply because he had skills in computer science and technologies. To be sure, I must congratulate each of you for completing your education here at MUST. But remember that the reason a graduation is called a commencement ceremony is because it marks a beginning, not an end. From here, you need to go on to add to your education in science and technology the ability to create a business plan, the ability to identify and court investors, the ability to design attractive products, the ability to build and sustain value-adding partnerships, the ability to understand and reach markets, the ability to recruit talent, the ability to build and manage teams, the ability to resolve conflicts and navigate rivalries, the ability to protect your investment from destructive people and forces. In short, if your education from MUST is going to be useful in the project of building a new Malawi, then your education cannot end here at MUST. It must not. Thank you for listening, and God bless Malawi.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, we will now move to the presentation of certificates, diplomas, and degrees from the various schools.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I present the following candidates who have fulfilled the requirements and have been duly approved by the Senate for the awards of diploma and degrees of Certificate in Medical Microbiology, Diploma in Medical Microbiology, a Bachelor of Science in Medical Microbiology.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the statutes of the Malawi University of Science and Technology, I award these candidates the diploma and degrees of Certificate in Medical Microbiology, Diploma in Medical Microbiology, Bachelor of Science in Medical Microbiology.
Certificate in Medical Microbiology, Kesia Makwanta. Diploma in Medical Microbiology, Brian Senior Msisia. Bachelor of Science in Medical Microbiology, Nelly Asante Chataika, Alfred Cypria Chintengenji, Yamikani Ane Chiwele, Patrick Helix, Wakisa Gracious Kachulu, Mphaso Brefson Kanjiru, Bright Odala Linkson, Chrise Manoya, Chrise Antonio Manuelo, Kumbo Maseko, Mirika Msimuko, Blessings Hezekiah Mwale, Agatha Mwinjiro, Madalitso Janet Ngambi, Transisio Masauko Nkoma, Felicitas Nkonde, Aubrey Manuel Piri, Melita Chikutiza Piri, Frank Hussein Selemani, and Emmanuel J.K. Tembo. With credit, Arthur Carl Balua, Alison Banda, Davy Dalitsani, Tamando David Kachala, Tokozani Kayembe, Chisangalalo Ronex Kuntambira, Precious Kunyenje,
Philip Malwasa, Gift Bestia King Kandawire, Merce Muhoko, Vincent George Piri, and Mphatso Subiri. With distinction, Ruth Lungu Nyirenda. Aisha Senga.
Mr. Chancellor Sir, I present the following candidates who have fulfilled the requirements and have been duly approved by Senate for the awards of certificates, diplomas, and degrees of Diploma in Biomedical Engineering, Bachelor of Engineering, Biomedical Engineering, Bachelor of Engineering, Biomedical Engineering Honors, Certificate in Chemical Engineering, Diploma in Chemical Engineering, Bachelor of Engineering, Chemical Engineering, Bachelor of Engineering, Chemical Engineering Honors, Bachelor of Engineering, Metallurgy and Minerals Processing Honors, Bachelor of Science in Business Information Technology, Certificate in Business Information Technology, and Bachelor of Science in Computer Systems and Security.
By virtue of the authority invested in me, I award the award of certificates, diplomas, and degrees of Diploma in Medical Engineering, Bachelor of Engineering, Biomedical Engineering, Bachelor of Engineering, Biomedical Engineering Honors, Certificate in Chemical Engineering, Diploma in Chemical Engineering, Bachelor of Engineering, Chemical Engineering, Bachelor of Engineering, Chemical Engineering Honors, Bachelor of Engineering, Metallurgy and Mineral Processing Honors, Bachelor of Science in Business Information Technology, Certificate in Business Information Technology, Bachelor of Science in Computer Systems and Security.
Diploma in Biomedical Engineering, Nsenga Mhondia and Mphatso Mwareya. Bachelor of Engineering, Biomedical Engineering, Pempero Ganiza, Andrew Mwawa, and Macmillan Mkhata. Bachelor of Engineering, Biomedical Engineering Honors, 3rd class, Doreen Chikaoneka, Darison Chimchere, Obre Chinkunda, Samuel Chinseu, Innocent Kisamba, Fatima Chongolo, Gresham Kalinda, Peter Kanyika, Tadara Kapengule, Boniface Kaseka, Gift Kaunda, Tobias Lincoln, Chiambi Malinda, Jacob Muhango, Ian Nsambala, Ulem Ntima, Ephraim Mwandire, Graham Nzanga, Sharon Ngozo, McFarlane Nkata, Rachel Nyanda, Patricia Oren, Rice Saragado, Francis Samban, Alfred Saonda, Chisomo Sabateka, Charles Seleng, and Mpaso Soka. Second class lower, Mastano Kapenda, Lloyd Kaembe, Stephen Lewis, Innocent Muhango, Foster Center, Lovemo Shower, and Maureen Vare. Second class upper, Precious Chirwa, Wongan Moyo, Vitumbiko Muntari. Certificate in Chemical Engineering, Louis Kedmon. Diploma in Chemical Engineering, Saiton Chawinga. Bachelor of Engineering, Chemical Engineering, Augustine Chinganyama. Bachelor of Engineering, Chemical Engineering Honors, third class, Henrina Boti, Dalitso Botoman, Stefano Chapalapata, Shadrach Chidea, Innocent Zimbiri, Kudra Emmanuel, Maxwell Kajonere, Brazio Kaumpawi, Frank Macheso, Ruben Magwira, Mike Mapulanga, Ken Matabwa, Crispin Mavuto, Joseph Dinde, Romaz Mpaka, Bashir Nsanama, Alice Mware, Ulem Mware, Lusayo Mwanguku, Noel Nkoma, Wile Nyanguru, Nelson Sani, Chifundo Silia, and Hezekiah Tauka. Second class lower, Anne Banda, Sydney Chawinga, Cosmas Marenga, Chisomo Mukoka, Augustine Namikalo, and Fortunate Piri. Second class upper, Mishek Mberere Chisale, Shadrach Shaizo Masangare, Amun Melchizedek Nkunika, Jonah Goa Nyirenda. Bachelor of Engineering, Metallurgy and Materials Engineering Honors, third class, Kennedy Banda, Tamim Chipara, Patrick Gunde, Damiano Jamison, Betha Kamgunda, Alfred Katiko, Messi Kazambwe, Worthington Lishakanda, Kondwan Matimba, Davison Ndoro, Severino Nyai, Noel Mwambetania, Chimwemwe Muyaba, Pempo Naman, Jamston Ngambi, Yusuf Ngwari, Caleb Nkoma, Desiree Ntokoma, and Peter Tembo. Second class lower, Wilford Chunga, Khalid Kampanje, George Mware, and Kevin Osiano. Second class upper, Anyoshishe Chiona, Amos Ernest Jerry, Trabo Nkoma, Kingsley Osiano, and Jonathan Sanudi. Certificate in Business Information Technology, Joel Chipeta. Bachelor of Science in Business Information Technology, Innocent Banda, Winspear Banda, Joel Chikuse, Angel Chikwapuro, Watpasu Chirambo, Alexander Chulu, Maringa Moyo Zimbiri, Oxford Gama, Grace Kamunga, Black Kasema, Blessings Waitana, Charles Wapata, Angela Lehman, Simon Luhanga, Esther Lyman, Dennis Makwakwa, Happy Mkurungo, Harrison Mpase, Precious Mkondia, Lois Mkundula, Philemon Nyirenda, Christopher Piri, Vanessa Pungulume, Lamek Sem, and Imran Yusuf. With credit, Tiamike Bauren, Kenneth Chinhaure, Ruth Chikalamo, Moses Chikopa, Tlatha Daka, Madaliso Gongon, Moses Ricos, Emmanuel Mafait, Edith Malua, Grace Mbekean, Austin Well, Flone Saiwa, and Elise Stand. With distinction, Jacqueline Tinyade Jairos, Moses Kaira, Chimango Grace Kamtuzi, Kisomo Tyrone Kasenda, Mukuzike Prudence Maglas, Aaron Nathaniel Mwangunda, Madaliso Nyemba, Rita Shawa, and Warikonadi Sichinga. Bachelor of Science in Computer Systems and Security, Bire Asiri, Fumban Banda. Wat Daud, Amos German. Lev Kofi, Jimmy Mabedi. Chimwemwe Maloa, Benjamin Matewa. Alfonso Mbiza, Owen Mbotwa. Yusuf Milazi, Innocent Nkomaludzu. Uma Mkwanda, Chisomo Moyo. Blessings Mpumulo, Ishmael Musa. Audrey Mwale, Yohane Nkoma. Joshua Piri, Ernest Sapala. Chikumbuso Thomas, Gomejani Walumbe, and Chisomo Wisik. With credit, Stephen Akado, Imran Bams, Lake Bandawe, Kumbo Chilamwa, Lapken Chiumia, Kondwan Goman, Morgan Kasambo, Tokozan Katulukira, Francisco Kaunda, Ohantha Likoswe, Mike Mbewe, Mzati Mbola, Daina Mukumbwa, Sylvester Mwale, Agnes Paz, and Brilliant Samute. With distinction, Chikumbuso Banda Gelson, Kingsley Charles Goliath, Innocent Jairus, Lucius Marizani, Vinjeru Msooya, Aston Tone Mukiwa, and Lonjezo Ernest Obote.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I present the following candidates who have fulfilled the requirements and have been duly approved by the Senate for the awards of degrees of Bachelor of Science in Disaster Risk Management, Certificate in Earth Sciences Geology, Bachelor of Science in Earth Sciences Geology, Bachelor of Science in Geoinformation Science, Bachelor of Science in Meteorology and Climate Sciences.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the statute of the Malawi University of Science and Technology, I award these candidates the degrees of Bachelor of Science in Disaster Risk Management, Certificate in Earth Sciences Geology, Bachelor of Science in Earth Sciences Geology, Bachelor of Science in Geoinformation Science, Bachelor of Science in Meteorology and Climate Sciences.
Bachelor of Science in Disaster Risk Management, Richard Banda, Felix Chagalamuka, Justina Chapeta, Samuel Chikaluma, Chikonzero Chimwaza, Ishmael Chinguo, Matthias Gawani, Annie Kachiponde, Brino Kapatamoyo, Daniel Kwenje, Mphatso Masoa, Ezekiel Mlinde, Vitumbiko Montari, Clara Nampota, Chikulupirilo Ndala, Tamanda Nkoma, Matthias Nkoma, Victor Nyambi, Wilson Sakrani, and Sydney Simbeye. Bachelor of Science in Disaster Risk Management with credit, Kelvin Banda. Kumbukani Kamanga, Chimwemwe Kawoloka, Claire Malata, Chimwemwe Malupia, James Mawera, Atupele Mangolowo, Taonga Ngoma, and Blessings Siami. Certificate in Earth Sciences Geology, Amina Yusuf. Bachelor of Science in Earth Sciences Geology, Moses Besiteni, Portifa Chikuyu, Nancy Chimariro, Chifuniro Chiwaula, Hezekiah Waluawo, Pumzire Jerry, Martin Kameza, Sarms Kamwamba, Wilson Kawelama, Keti Magwaza, Austin Njewe, Irene Somali, Gift Ntambo, Jamison Mushane, Austin Mwakanema, Miriam Mwawa, Felix Namaya, Harold Pikani, Brian Piringu, and Emmanuel Tiga. Bachelor of Science in Earth Sciences Geology with credit, Agnes Hamisi, Gift Kapungo, Chanel Piri, Clinton Pili, Crispin Wandali. Bachelor of Science in Earth Sciences Geology with distinction, Francis Kapakasa. And Isaac Mwale. Bachelor of Science in Geoinformation and Joyce Magalasi, Cheston Mechanical, Innocent Mlozi, and Kimberly Saka. Bachelor of Science in Geoinformation and Earth Observation Sciences with credit, Bauleni Vumbwe, Crispin Chidankana, Hastings Kadzanja, Brian Malunje, Chipo Nchenga, Rachel Siwale, and Mishak Tawani. Bachelor of Science in Geoinformation and Earth Observation Science with distinction, Chimwemwe January and Daniel Magombo. Bachelor of Science in Meteorology and Climate Sciences, John Chatambalala, Lexon Chigoneka, Isaac Chira, Innocent Chiwanda, Anthony Forpens, Felix Fraser, Tandizo James, Andrew Julius, Stanford Kachibade, Kasim Komwenda, Ronald Likoma, Owen Lipuka, Joseph Liwimbi, Francis Lungu, Felix Lyson, Aubrey Madeira, Daniford Makanangombe, Peter Manda, Philip Precious Maulana, Stanley Mayanika, Happy Moffat, Patrick Mpawa, Chawezi Montali, Efrida Montali, Innocent Mwale, Rodney Naminyuku, Charles Piri, Kondwani Piri, Israel Samuel, Chigonjetso Twaibu, and Randy Zaunda. Bachelor of Science in Meteorology and Climate Sciences with credit, Peter Banda, Bright Fraser, Saidi Kamponje, Burton Kanzimbi, Mimirire Nyirenda, and Milika Nyirongo. Bachelor of Science in Meteorology and Climate Sciences with distinction, Jones Patel.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I present the following candidates who have fulfilled the requirements and have been duly approved by the Senate.
Master of Science in Entrepreneurship, Master of Science in Innovation.
Master of Science in Entrepreneurship, Beauty Chatama. Rosie Chipiriro Kareke. Raquel Munderanji Nampanda Mijiga. Master of Science in Innovation, Josiah Vincent Ngudei Gunde. William Maulidi. And in absentia, Amon Kams Kantule.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I present the following innovators who have been admitted into the Vice Chancellor's Community Innovation Award. This is a highway innovation program where faculty, students, and rural people with indigenous skills and innovations are adopted into the university arm of industrial research and innovation to commercialize their innovations for job creation. We are identifying innovators from rural areas who have never accessed higher education but are able to advance innovations. These innovative minds and their mentors have been awarded $500,000 each by Smile Life Insurance Company. Chisomo Daka. Chisomo Daka comes from Choko village, Tiekachere in the Dedza district. His innovation project is called Universal Wireless Power Adapter for lighting and charging portable devices. Chisomo Daka is also an innovation mentor and a lecturer in physics here at MAST. Chisomo Daka. David Jere. David Jere is aged 19 and has just written his MSc at Chaminade Secondary School. He is working on an autoquake switch. This device will be used to protect transformers and buildings from electric fires in terms of adverse climate conditions. Davy is a community innovator. Davy Jere. Gabriel Condes. Gabriel Condes is aged 33 and comes from Soza village, Tienjema in Mulanje district. Gabriel got fame in 2008 when he developed an amateur radio station called Pachikweza Broadcasting Station. PBS got him arrested and served a 3-day sentence prior to his rescue by the community. Currently, he is working on low-cost, high-fidelity studio speakers. Gabriel is a community innovator. Gabriel Condes. Mike Luluten. Mike Luluten is 27 years old and comes from Kwanji village, Tie Kalonga in Salima district. He is working on a human-powered nebulizer compressor. Nebulizers are mainly used for diagnostic, treatment, and safely deliver vaccines. This technology will be used in remote areas where there is no electricity or limited treatment facilities. He graduated last year from MAST. Lulu 10. Waliko Schinga and Rita Shawa. Waliko Schinga, 22 years old, comes from Kamhoyongo village, Tie and Hariri in Chitepa district. And Rita Shawa, 22 years old, comes from Chanunka village, Tie Mberwa in Mzimba district. The two young ladies are advancing robotic science and they are developing a fertilizer spraying drone. They are graduating today. Waliko and Rita. Shadrach Kamana. Shadrach Kamana is the 22 years old, talented young man from Chimbuna village, Tie Kaomba in Kasungu district. He is working on an automatic water tap that will provide hygiene and sanitation across the country. He is a community innovator. Shadrach Kamana. Thank you, Mr. Chancellor, sir.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I now declare the congregation of the Malawi University of Science and Technology as the ceremony for the award of certificates, diplomas, and degrees dissolved.
This brings to a close the second congregation of the Malawi University of Science and Technology. Please indulge me, Mr. Chancellor, sir, to end on a very positive note and announce that your first act as Chancellor, in addition to awarding the degrees, is to issue an award of 100,000 kwacha to every student that has graduated with distinction today. We'll now proceed to leave the auditorium, and we will leave in the following order. The Chancellor's procession will be accompanied, led by Ms. Martha Sambani. This will be followed by the Council procession, which will then be followed by a Chancellor's group photograph on the outside. The Senate procession will then leave the auditorium, and finally, the graduates will leave. We'll request that all other guests remain seated until all of the processions have exited the auditorium. Thank you very much.
Dziko lino Dr. Lazarus Makathe Chakwera anyamuka tsopano mchipinda muno mmene machitikira mwambo umene opereka ma certificate, ma diploma komanso ma degree kwa ophunzira amene asiriza maphunziro awo m'magawo osiyanasiyana kuno ku Malawi University of Science and Technology. Choyambirira chinali kuti iwo akhazikitsidwe kukhala chancellor wa university imeneyi, ndipo pamene tsopano anali ndi mphamvu zonse zoperekera ma certificate, ma diploma ndi ma degrees amene apereka kuno. So mmene amabwera kuno Dr. Chakwera anali asanakhale chancellor wa university imeneyi ya Malawi. Mwina muna kwa amene munakwanisa kuona sanavale mkanjo komanso chipewa chija cha university ya MUST. Ayi anabwera kuno atangovala ndithu suit yokha ngati mtsogoleri wa dziko. Mphamvu zokhalira chancellor adzavekedwa pomwepa. Soneza kuti ayi tsopano ndi mkulu wa university imene ya MUST, Malawi University of Science and Technology. Unali mwambo wapamwamba, timatero kuti munalibe anthu ochuluka kuno amene achita analowa muholo muno, analibe pafupifupi mwina 40, komano onse amene amanena kuti nzinotalandira ma certificate awo, ma diploma awo, ma degree awo ndokwana 364. Tikatere ife tatsiriza kuulutsa kwathu mawu pano. Mtsogoleri wa dziko lino watuluka mchipinda muno, angomaliza ziwiri zitatu kunjako akatero apite. Tere kuti ayi kuno kunali sanite kwambiri chifukwa simunadzadze muno mu kampasi ya MUST. Achipani analipo koma bwerere komwe ku gate muno mumpanda muno simunapezeke ovala nsalu zachipani. Mwina akamapita president akhoza kuima kuwapatsa moni potuluka, koma muno ayi ndithu unali mwambo wa boma, mwambo wa University ya Malawi University of Science and Technology. Tikuperekeni ku nyumba yathu yolutsira mawu ku Blantyre.